Welcome to 24 Hour Sports. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And today's video is one that I'm very excited about. I'm talking about my top 5 players who are poised for a breakout season in the 2023-2024 NFL season. We got guys who are already showing flashes. We got some guys that I'm projecting and some guys that already have that dog in them, but just not recognized to the extent that they should be just yet. Before we get straight into this video, I want to give my honorable mentions to guys who were on the cusp of making this video but didn't make it. And that would be James Houston, the problem. He's going to be a problem next year as well. Drake London, wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons, and Jaquan Brisker, safety for the Chicago Bears. I want to shout those guys out because I can only have 5 guys in this video, and it was kind of tough, but those are also some dogs who I think gonna break out in the 2023 season. So to start off with number 1, I got Trevor Lawrence. I think Trevor Lawrence speaks for itself. The stats, the production is all there, and especially in a division that I think is only getting worse. The Tennessee Titans, they can restructure a couple things on that roster due to the draft in free agency, but how will they do it? Will they execute this the proper way? Will they have a team that can compete in that division? The Colts, will they? Shaquille Leonard coming back, will they be ready? But I don't care about those teams, all right, because they're not the Jacksonville Jaguars, and let's talk about what the Jacksonville Jaguars have for themselves. They got a defense who's coming back, should be getting better, had the former number 1 overall pick. They got an offense. Calvin Ridley is going to be the key cog in this thing. Coming back, him, Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, we know about that run game. We know about that offensive line. It's going to be scary, scary sights in Jacksonville next season. I think it's going to be a whole lot of people screaming Duval. Going to number 2, we got Jordan Brooks. And a lot of people may be surprised with this one, but this is my guy, especially being a defensive person. Linebacker Jordan Brooks is a stud. He tore his ACL in week 17 against the Jets, didn't play in the wild card game against the 49ers, but everything is looking up. Looking at all the projections, they're going to attack defensive line heavy. They're probably going to add some other key additions on that defense, some young guys. And I just think him coming off of that ACL injury, another year back, it's almost contract time. And you know when it's almost contract time, that's when the dogs come out. So I think he's going to shine. He's already had 100+ tackles in both seasons. He's a young linebacker still. He's the leader of that defense now that they have moved on from Bobby Wagner, and I think he's perfectly fit to get the job done. Hopefully they bring Geno back, or if not, they're going to make a big trade and shake something up. I just think Jordan Brooks is going to be that guy, and I think he has all the talent and tools to be a top player, especially at that linebacker position in the NFL. Going over to number 3, we got Kyle Hamilton, and this was the most interesting one to me because I don't think Kyle Hamilton is nowhere near the surface of what we saw at Notre Dame. I look at the Baltimore Ravens, they're running that 4-2-5, and it's a copycat league. A lot of teams are running that 4-2-5. What I think is most interesting is that when we look at it, when I saw Kyle Hamilton playing his best ball, he was a little further back. And I don't think he's an every down deep safety, and I don't think he's an every down box player. But I think if we mix him up and give different looks, we can have him become an elite player in this defense. And I understand why he played a lot of his snaps in the slot, because looking at that defense, I said a lot of teams are doing this. They want those quicker guys on the outside. You got your 2 middle linebackers, and now we got 5 DBs in the back end. We can cover and cover and cover for days. He's also pretty solid against the run, pretty solid tackler. So I think he's going to break out next season. I want to see him blitz, and I want to see him moving around, doing it all for the Baltimore Ravens defense. And I think this is what's defensive coordinators struggle with, because we see a guy like Isaiah Simmons, even Jeremy Chin, those type of physical freaks at the safety position, and we wonder, how can we do this? How can we replicate what we scouted? And I think moving him around, doing all that is how you do it. Going over to number 4, we got J.C. Horn, and J.C. Horn is one of those guys who I said already had the dog in him, but he doesn't have the recognition that I feel is what's needed for a guy of his caliber. He's one of my top 5 DBs. And yes, I'm taking it that far. We got Sauce, guys like that, AJ Terrell, any guy, Patrick Surtain, name them, keep naming them. I think J.C. Horn is so clean. His footwork, his instincts, his coverage, he does it all for the Carolina Panthers. And he got hurt last year, but coming on to this year, you better be scared. And especially if they attack that quarterback position the right way, everybody needs to be scared of the Carolina Panthers. And I think it starts with defensive back J.C. Horn, poised to have a huge breakout season in 2023. Number five. This is one of the guys who I said has to prove it. I'm now announcing my free shoe giveaway where you get to pick your own. And we're announcing this giveaway at 1,000 subs to end. It's easy, and all you got to do is must be subscribed, like a video, comment free entry, and below that, put your Instagram and Facebook name and you win. First entry is free. Other entries after that are $1. Let's get to it. Let's enter. And that is wide receiver Jameson Williams for the Detroit Lions. Lions fans, clap it up. Clap it up. Let's give Jameson Williams a round of applause right now. I think he is going to be something special. We talk about Alabama versus Georgia in that first national championship matchup. Everyone says it. It's the consensus. If Jameson Williams didn't get hurt, Georgia is not hoisting that trophy. And I think that is 100,000,000,000% true. Jameson Williams is going to be a dog for the Detroit Lions. When he comes back, a full season, OTAs, training camp, all of the above. He's going to come out with that speed. Hopefully they can keep Chark and Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's just going to be butter and toast. Going to be a 1,000-yard receiver. It's hard to cover a guy like this. And he's not all speed. He can run routes. He can get open. And he's a threat after the catch. He's my 5th breakout player. I think all these players are going to be dogs next season. We're looking at Trevor Lawrence, all-pro potential. J.C. Horn, all-pro potential. Jordan Brooks, I think, can become one of those top 5 off-the-ball linebackers. Jameson Williams is going to help a team that's looking to make a reappearance in the playoffs. And Kyle Hamilton, we're talking Super Bowls if we can get back Lamar Jackson. Thank you for watching the video. I'm hyped. I hope you're hyped. And as always, we out.